This episode of The Life of Bryony is sponsored by Asda, celebrating 60 years of great family value. That's Asda price. Welcome to The Life of You, our bonus series where we answer your questions and try to make sense of life's trickier bits. I'm joined again by Amanza Smith, star of Selling Sunset, interior designer and contemporary fine artist. Thank you very much. Today we're talking about loneliness, identity, and how to hold on to yourself when everything's falling apart.
You have to put your mask on first and then help those around you. If mama doesn't feel good, no one is good.
Your questions answered right after this. This is a paid advertisement from Asda. Confession time. I've never been what you'd call a natural in the kitchen. Cooking has always felt a bit overwhelming, especially on those busy, slightly chaotic weeknights. But thanks to Joe Wicks and Asda, I've gone from what's for dinner panic to serving up something genuinely tasty in next to no time. Joe and Asda have teamed up to create quick, budget-friendly family recipes that make life so much easier. We're talking sizzled beef fajita pasta, sweet chili chicken stir fry, and cheesy peasy fish cakes. Dishes packed with flavour that your family will love. It's no fuss, no faff, and definitely no what's for dinner debates around the kitchen table. Honestly, it's made even me feel like a kitchen hero, even if all I did was follow Joe's simple steps. Just search Joe Wicks meal picks at asda.com and take your pick. That's Asda price. So this is a question from someone who's decided to remain anonymous. I love it. Amanza's putting on her glasses
so I can hear you better.
She's getting into the role of agony aunt. I love it. These are sexy.
Thank you.
So Anonymous says, I'm a single mum with zero free time, but when I do get an hour to myself, all I want to do is sketch. I feel selfish choosing that over cleaning or admin or catching up on work. How do I get over the guilt of something I enjoy when I have no free time?
You have to put your mask on first and then help those around you, right? The plane goes down. They say, put your mask on first, help those around you. If mama doesn't feel good, no one is good. Nobody is treated the same. It's not as safe. So mama has to do something to release and feel good. All the other stuff can wait. That house isn't going to clean itself, no. But it's also not going to beat your children. The admin work isn't going to get done on its own, but you're not going to get fired if you go in and you go postal in your office. You have to do something to recharge yourself, and you deserve it because, yeah, that's it.
I love that. I love that.
Be selfish. They're new.
What the dresses or the
well, both actually, but I was talking about the
boobs.
These, yeah.
I love it. They're new.
The other one's busted. I had 2 flat tires.
Sorry, what happened?
I don't know. I've had them 17 years. I'd had them 17 years.
Okay.
They had a lot of mileage on them.
And they just, that happens. You have to get them like
I mean, I don't know anybody else that's had tits that long, so maybe it's just me. They just, after a while you're supposed to get checked at least. Some of them hold up. I hear these are like, sort of like, will last forever. I don't know if they're supposed to last forever or I'm just going to die before they go out of commission at this point. So, yeah, I didn't know. I did a full body scan and they were like, both of your breast implants are ruptured. I had no idea.
Wow.
They didn't look ruptured. They
didn't feel ruptured.
They didn't feel ruptured, but it started to weirdly, I scheduled the surgery to get them repaired and then I could visibly see it like before the surgery. It was starting to like, they were leaking.
Wow.
But oddly, so were Bree's and so were Mary's and so were Chriselle's. Like we all had
leaking boobs at the same time. Do you think they synced like a period?
I never They sunk
They
like
sunk
a period.
like a period. Do you know, like, you know how you hear about when women are all together, their menstrual cycles start to sync up, right? Maybe
Can you imagine?
your breast implants decided to leak all at the same time.
I'm happy to sync everyone up. I was just trying. Maybe I didn't. I was like, maybe how can I bring the group together?
That you're uniting them through leaking breast implants.
No, I think a lot of people probably have it. They just don't know because they don't do the full body scan. You have no symptoms. Nobody knew that theirs were busted. And when I found out Mary's were, I was like, well, maybe I should check mine.
So because we saw that in season 8 where she had the operation to get them taken out and put back in. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I'm 41. I've just left a long-term relationship and I'm moving into my first place that's just mine. The thing is, I've never really had a style and I'm scared it's too late to develop one. How do I figure out what I like when I spent so long just making do?
Just making do, like...
Or just like... just going with the flow of what everyone else likes.
Okay. So when I decorate a home for like a client, a family, a man, a woman, anybody, the first thing that I do is I tell them, just start sending me random photos. It can be anything that you like. It could be a bird. It could be a shoe. It could be a sign. It doesn't have to be a furniture, anything. And just sort of start to make a little, like an album of things that you are attracted to, you know? And then go on Pinterest and just look at photos. And if something makes you go, oh, save it. And just start to collect. You don't have to do it overnight. Like, take your time and start to see when you go to a restaurant or a hotel or you're walking down the street or a friend's house or anything, you see a commercial, you're watching Selling Sunset and you see an interior, start to pay attention to maybe what you like and then keep it in a little album and then you'll start to see that things, maybe they are related. And if they're not, then you have eclectic style and you just do whatever makes you happy. You don't have to have that. Now, if you specifically want a style because you want to have the ladies think you're cool, hire an interior decorator, or not everybody has the means to do that. You go on and you look at whoever you think is cool. Tom Brady. Tom Brady's master penthouse in New York. I don't know. Look at Jay-Z and Beyonce's house. Look at people's and start to see what you really like because it'll start to grab your eye. And then if that doesn't work, revert back to childhood and what made you happy then and just try to figure out a way to make it a more mature. If you loved Legos, get a red sofa. Like it's really nothing that you have to put too much. It's not rocket science and it's just to make you happy. So just continue to look and just start to pay attention to what makes you feel good. But don't run out and get the rent to own sofa that's just what every other man has because you won't like it eventually.
I think that's a really good bit of advice is get what makes you happy.
Get what makes you happy.
Your home and you're and the going for the childhood. Like my home, I have like toddler core. Like my house is very bright colors and that's what, and people are like, oh, and I'm like, I live here. This is what makes me happy.
Yeah.
You do you.
Start with something. Yeah. That really is like as childhood. What did you have as a child that you loved or what did you want that you didn't have? And then maybe you can get it. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go online and Xerox copy off like a print of something, to start there. Color it in yourself with markers. Or you could go to like posters.com and get something that's like I did somebody's house once. He had just gone through a divorce and bachelor pad. He loved comic books, but he's a grown man. And we did a whole wall of black and white, made them black and white, but they were comic book covers. And we just framed them in all cool different frames and did like a whole wall of black and white comic book covers.
He didn't ask for a bed that was a car, did he?
Yeah. No. Bunk beds. With a trundle in case he has a bit of company.
That's what I have.
He didn't ask for comic books. I was just like, he seems like he probably would like this.
Thank you so much, Amanza. This is a paid advertisement from Asda. Joe, I'm not a natural in the kitchen. I panic when it gets to dinner time. I don't know where to start. Can you tell me, have you always felt confident in the kitchen or did you have to learn too?
Listen, you're not alone. Many people struggle with this. And I also used to find it really difficult. But I think the more you cook, the more experience you get, the more confidence you get. And you can really learn to love cooking. But yeah, look, I've got 4 kids under 6. It's stressful. Food has to be quick, simple, and easy. And that's why, I love sharing recipes online that are going to do just that and get people actually cooking and doing it often.
4 kids under 6, I have no excuse. You've teamed up with Asda for Joe Wick's Meal Picks. Can you explain what that is?
So Joe Wick's Meal Picks are a series of recipes that I've created to make, food simple and quick and easy to help families, that are on a budget, that have lots of kids and that are stressed and time poor, to put healthy food on the table and do it in a way that's enjoyable, that's sustainable, and that's achievable.
They're created with kids in mind, but the whole family can enjoy them. Is that right?
Yeah, these are recipes that I've designed for the whole family to enjoy. They're simple. There's very few ingredients. You can get the kids involved as well. Make it fun. Like, come together and enjoy cooking, because it can change your life in so many ways.
Which of Joe Wick's meal picks would you suggest someone like me cooks first to boost their confidence?
I would give my sweet chili chicken thigh stir fry a go. It's really simple, ready in about 10 minutes, and it tastes delicious.
Tell me, Joe, how do your recipes make people feel less intimidated? Is it their simplicity and the kind of clear steps involved?
One thing I try and achieve is that I try and get people cooking and make it, not daunting and intimidating, make it just fun and a bit kind of accessible, because we don't have much time on our hands. We're stressed out. We're running around. We've got kids. We're looking after other people. So actually, if I can make it quick and simple with few ingredients, then it's achievable. And that is really the aim of the whole sort of Asda Meal Picks ideas I've got.
Okay, so what about making mistakes? Is there joy in making mistakes? And can cooking be forgiving and fun?
Listen, I'm always burning things. I'm not a great chef. I'm a cook, but I'm not the best of cooks. So I always say, look, it's okay if there's a little bit of burn, if it's a little bit charred, it's more flavour. It might not look the most presentable, but I think you've got to be kind to yourself. And if you're someone who hasn't cooked, you can really learn to love it. You just got to start building your repertoire up and try a few different things. And by the end of the month, you've got maybe 3 or 4 recipes you've learned, and that's going to give you more nutrients in your diet, a varied diet, and it's going to be fun. You just got to give it a go and take the first step.
Thank you so much, Joe. To find out more, just search Joe Wick's Meal Picks on Asda.com for simple, quick and tasty midweek meal inspiration from Asda and Joe Wick's. Thank you again to Amanza for being so generous with her story and her advice. If anything here resonated with you, please pass it on. It really does help people find the show. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. We'll see you next time.